I need a 30 for 30 to show that I'm different like Jordan and Pippen, you bitch. I need a 30 for 30 like Jalen and Webber. Nobody gon' fuck on my clique. I need a 30 for 30. What it is, folks, we back in with another episode of the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game. Put it on something. Got my brother Tim G. Jacob here with me. Got my brother JoJo here with me. That's Hot Take Joe, if y'all don't know, by the way. And this episode is sponsored by Statement Tees. That Statement Tees, every t-shirt you wear makes a statement. As you can see right now, I'm making a clear statement. Only God knows. That's a record that's out right now by me. First letter. You need to check that shit out if you haven't already. That bitch has hit 1 million views on Facebook. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure you do that, because I'm sure you would agree with that statement. But we ain't gonna waste no time. Let's get to it, fellas. We saw in the big matchup of the weekend in the NFL, the Steelers remain undefeated, going up against the Titans, man. An impressive fashion, in my opinion, because they were able to handle that big monster, Derrick Henry. I personally thought that was quite impressive. But it was a great game. I actually watched that game. That game was on with the Cowboy game. And usually I'm going to watch a Cowboy game because they're just so damn intriguing. But I couldn't miss this slugfest between the Steelers and the Titans, man. But what were y'all reactions to this game? JoJo, we'll start with you.
Oh man, I definitely felt like it would be a tight game. First half, a little bit of the third, the Steelers looked like they were about to run away with it.
Yeah.
And Ben decided, he said, nope, wait, hold my beer. We would not be blowing them out. Right. Here's a pick for you. He turned into Oprah. An interception for you, for you, for you, and for you.
Hey, I texted my young boy who is still a fanatic. Y'all tell me what you think about this. I texted him. I told him, Ben is the dumbest Hall of Fame quarterback I've seen. Okay, not just I've seen. I ain't going all the way. Okay, just from our era. Have you seen a guy? We know he going to the Hall.
Right.
He going. Have you seen a guy do as much dumb shit as Ben does, though, as a Hall of Famer?
If you put me on a spot, no, you probably right. I don't think I can. I don't think we could top Ben.
Being a Packer fan, only guy I can think about is Brett doing dumb ass. Yeah. But Brett's greatness was bigger than Ben's.
And you know, like Brett's. This is gonna sound crazy, but Brett interceptions were like stylish. You know what I mean? It's like
I kind of get what you're trying to say. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like the pocket right there, and you were like, "Oh, he really tried to fit that." No, Ben just throws it to the other guy, and he's like right there. Like his wide receiver becomes the DB.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm gonna tell you how bad it was. I think Ben overthrew Johnson. Which that might be an upcoming receiver, by the way. Number 18. But he overthrew him, and the wide receiver actually like stumped his feet and turned around in frustration. So that kind of lets you know that they probably see some of this same stuff in practice.
Well, you know that Ben usually not accountable. You know, he'll air you out
on
that little radio show.
They might label him the next Antonio Brown. I don't know. But yeah, the game, Titans, they fought back. They fought back, man. I ragged on Tannehill last week, but he actually that last quarter in mid-third to the fourth, he really showed up. Because they kind of bottled up Henry for the most part. You know, for fantasy owners, he still gave him a great day. That's who I was scared of. My boy T, you had him. I had you this week. That's who I was afraid of. I didn't want the 200 plus rushing yards put on me.
Not against Pittsburgh. You wasn't gonna get that.
But as I said though, but that lets me know. I said that the Steelers. What was the question last week? You asked
most slept on.
Most slept on.
Yeah.
And now you see what I'm saying. Like for the Steelers franchise to be so well known, you know, people kind of was a little bit shocked the way they was handling the Titans at first.
And I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm looking at numbers right now. We know the Steelers historically for defense.
Right.
Right now, they got the number 7 scoring defense in the league.
Oh, the defense is real. Not only that,
19.7.
Mike Tomlin had the Steelers playing decent with a quarterback nicknamed Duck. So why would we be sleeping on them? You get what I'm saying? Like Tomlin has done this before.
And to your point, now that his starting quarterback is dumb as much dumb shit as he does,
right?
They putting up 30.5 points per game. They number 6 in scoring. They number 7 in defense.
And the crazy part of it, they number 1 receiver, Juju, he not really just showing out like that. Like they basically they got a pretty good running game. Connor is running the ball pretty well, catching the ball out the backfield, but he's spreading it around pretty much. Listen, if I told you to name their best wide receiver right now, who you gonna say?
Probably Claypool.
Thank you, TJ. Chase Claypool. Out of nowhere.
But ain't that going? I think one of y'all have said it on here previously. Or maybe y'all said it when we were just talking privately that they do a good job of scouting wide receivers.
They breed wide receivers.
That organization.
I don't know who the wide receiver coach is. But if the special teams coach for the Patriots can get a head coaching job,
right?
Somebody should look at the wide receiver coach for the Steelers. That's all I'm saying. But it was a very entertaining game. Steelers pulled it out. And I just gotta say, man, we gonna have to give Mike Tomlin his flowers right now.
He sure need him. Hey, I want to get you on record. Put it on something right now then. Because I think we all agree that the Steelers' schedule was a little cupcake to start the season. But with the Titans game, now they started a kind of rough patch.
Right.
So they got the Ravens coming up. Put it on something. Who you got in that game?
I know that's going to be a dogfight because it always... Oh, man.
Right. And just so our public knows, okay, we talking about the Ravens. The Ravens have the number 1 scoring defense right now, giving up 17.3 points a game. And the Ravens have the number 8 scoring offense, scoring 29.8. So this is really a heavyweight fight.
I sure hate to take y'all on this roller coaster like this because I have talked so glowingly about the Steelers.
Right.
But the Ravens, they're going to win the game. And I'm going to just give you one reason. You already said it. Being not the smartest quarterback. He about to go against the number 1 defense. I'll put it right here. Marcus Peters will get a pick 6.
Whoa, that's big. T, is there one of these what they call them crazy ass bets?
Yeah, they probably got something like that.
They probably got a bet on something like that, huh?
Yeah, they probably got them in that game. Probably could get one of those prop bets in that
prop
game.
Bet. That's it. That's what I was looking for. Yeah.
Like that, yeah.
Joe calling for Marcus Peters with the pick. I can see that.
Is the game at home? Is the game in Baltimore?
Man, that I'm not sure.
Looks like it's in Baltimore.
I don't think it's gonna matter though.
Yeah, it's in Baltimore.
Tomlin can't cover everything.
All right, T. So first of all, get your reaction to the game previously. Titans Steelers, and then as well, I want to get your pick for next week with Ravens Steelers.
Well, now, mind you, I wasn't able to watch the game. I had to work, but I did see the highlights and everything. Yes, Ben is not the most intelligent quarterback there is. Like, he's one of those guys. He's like, when he's hot, and when he's not, he's as ice cold as anybody, and that's just Ben. I did feel like the game though would come down to big plays. I feel like AJ Brown, if he was able to get off, I feel like that game was going to be really, really close in fashions where I didn't see the Steelers just running out like that. I thought it more been a trading of scores. But, I mean, I felt like Tennessee's only problem was their secondary in this game, in my opinion. I just felt like the secondary, they can be a little bit shaky with giving up plays and stuff and giving up things. So, Ben came out with hot. I think he had 2 touchdowns first half, something like that.
Malcolm Butler.
And Butler's, he's just not what we've seen in the past. So But I mean, Tennessee fought back. AJ Brown, as my boy Clay would say, that my cuz.
he gotta let it be known.
He gonna ball, man. That dude's a ball player. Hey, I got him on a couple fantasy teams, and I'm glad to have him. Dude can play. He's a beast. And look, I posted something the other day. I said, look, folks talking about DK fast, but that play when he went down the sideline, AJ in that game, hey, he might be as fast as DK.
He put that burn on.
Straight up.
I'm trying to.
That boy DK 240 though with it though. I think that's what
Brown is up there too now.
That's a big boy. I can say he probably about.
Tell me why Ole Miss should have been better than what they was. They had both of them.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. They should.
Who was the coach when it was old boy was the coach?
There.
He was too busy, making them phone calls.
Wait, you right.
All right.
He did it.
Got it. Noted. But man, we're trying to get this man come to Southern, man. He I won't.
I'm so pissed off with Southern Miss right now. I don't want to even mention them motherfuckers on here. I got one of my youngins down there. Antavius, go to Coach Prime at JSU, but that's neither here nor there. All right, but who you got going in next week, T? In the slugfest with the Ravens?
It's gonna be Lamar and them, man. Lamar need a game.
God damn! Now, hold on, man. Both of y'all doing this?
Lamar need a game. This is what this game is gonna be like. I'm gonna tell you what this game is gonna be like.
Okay.
Remember last year when the Patriots ran into Baltimore, rolled up, and thought this was gonna be sweet? This is what that game is gonna be like. It's gonna be just like that.
Ran them off the field.
Ben's gonna get beat to sleep. They're supposed to be a Sunday nighter, but they're giving us the Cowboys Eagles, I think.
No, they need to move that shit.
They better flex that.
They need
they better flex that.
NFL flex that motherfucking move this to Sunday night, man.
They ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna do it.
No, we need this in prime time. We don't need it.
They got to, man.
Lamar gonna throw for almost 3 bills.
And I fuck with Lamar. I ain't saying. I'm just shocked that both of y'all. I thought it would have been split. I thought one of y'all would have took them damn still.
I'm looking for the game from Lamar that he hasn't had yet. And Pittsburgh's secondary, as you saw this past week, they can be a little bit leaky. Now I know that Baltimore doesn't have the receivers that Pittsburgh has, but I do think Lamar is going to have one of those really good games. And I think the Baltimore defense is just going to be like every other time they play. It's going to be physical. I do personally think Lamar and them need a statement game. They need a game in which they can stop doubting them, because they got ran out of their stadium against the Chiefs on that Monday night. They need a game like this. You can be Steelers calling. They got all the motivation in the world. So this is going to say a lot about the character of that team and what that team is made of. Are they still big trust, or are they just big Russ? Which one is it? Like we got to find out. We got to find out. So it's a game where it's gonna test their will right here.
We'll most definitely be talking about that game next week.
Go. Subscribe to our daddy's YouTube channel. He's the best. Hit the like button, turn on the notifications.